Hello, my name is Michael Sentovich, and for the 4th grade mission project, I chose Mission San Miguel Archangel. Mission San Miguel Archangel was founded on July 25th, 1797, by Father Fermin Francisco de Lazarin. To start our tour, let's start with the Wheelan Memorial Bell Tower. The bells make no sound because they are made of cement, and this tower was built in the 1940s. Now let's go to a Salinian village next to the Salinas River. The Salinas River was very important because it supplied water for the Salinians and for the mission. The Salinas River is weird because it flows north, while most rivers flow south, and some of it is underground. This is a Salinian village. Their villages looked like this. Their homes were made of straw, and they fit as many people as they could into one, and they had a little hole for light source. Now let's go to the church. The church was constructed in 1818 because the church that was built in 1797 was destroyed in a fire in 1806, and the construction of this church started in 1816 and ended in 1818, and this church stands today. These paintings were done by Jose de Palzad, and they are the finest collection of art in all of the California missions. 2 priests were buried under and next to the altar. They were on when they went to the mission. They came on the same boat from Spain. These are the decorations that were done by the same person who did the paintings. This is St. Michael. This is St. Anthony. And on his birthday, which is October 4th, light shines through that window and shines on him. This is St. Francis of Assisi. The Salinians believed when they learned their new religion that God was watching them. This eye represents that. It is the all-seeing eye of God. This is the little puplet. The priest would go up here to preach because he wanted the whole church to hear what he had to preach. This is the storage room. They kept the bread and the wine and priest robes in this room. Now let's go to the cemetery and see the graveyard. Oh, and this is the choir loft. Many Salinian men and women would join the choir. This is the graveyard. The graveyard has a bunch of Native Americans. The total amount is 2,249. Ooh. This is the bell tower. It was used to awake the Salinians, and to tell them when it was time to eat and to call them to mass. Now let's go to the priest rooms. The mission would be nothing without the priests, so their rooms were in the front of the mission. This is what their rooms looked like. They had a little bed a chest, a bookcase, and a painting. This door just leads out to the courtyard. I'm not going to show you all the priest rooms because I made all of them the exact same. Now let's go to the dining room and the kitchen. This is a beehive oven. The ovens were used to make food, and they only had one little hole to let air escape from it. This is the dining room. Now let's go to the storage room / winemaking room. They made wine in this room by using a wine vat. They would jump in and they would squish all the grapes. When I mean they, I mean the Selenians. Probably the men. This is a statue of Father Sarah. And it shows that his hard work was important because he started the mission system. Now let's go to the courtyard. This is the courtyard. It had a big fountain in the middle, and it was it. This is the workshop. The Selenian men worked here, and they made charcoal and adobe bricks. The charcoal was used to make paint, and the adobe bricks were used if they wanted to add to the mission. These were their tools. Oh, and they also made wood things. This is a Selenian living quarters at the mission. They were only allowed to visit their old villages about once a month. All these other rooms are the same. Let's go to the other Selenian living space. Today isn't in ruins because when Spain secularized the mission, they took off the covering that covered the adobe, and then this building fell to pieces. It probably would have looked like this. Now I'm going to go to the boundary line. The boundary line was the boundary line until the 1940s when they built the Wheelan Memorial Bell Tower. There used to be a wall where the boundary line was, but then they took it out and added extra wall and built the Wheelan Memorial Bell Tower. And it was good because they already had a street going by here then. Now I'm going to do an overview of the whole mission. I'm going to get real high. Let's start by going this way. I'm sure Father Sarah and Father Lazarin would be happy to know that their missions are in good condition. Thank you. Now I'm just going to fly over the whole mission. And now I'm going to talk about the mission today. The mission today has a few problems. One is there is a railroad very close to it. And the railroad was a problem because when the trains would go by, it would shake the mission and cause damage. And in 2003, on December 22nd, an earthquake hit and destroyed the front of the church. They rebuilt it, and it is good again. Thank you for listening to my 4th grade mission project. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.